Okay, conservation of number and counting. Okay, so ask your child to pick a flashcard and see if they can tell you the number and count that many objects. See if they can do it accurately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? You could do it the other way around. You could give a group of objects and arranged in any old way and get them to find the correct card for that. Okay, and you can do that up with numbers up to 20, numbers up to 30, numbers up to 50 and 100. That would be great. So obviously the higher the numbers, the more objects, and the accuracy with counting there becomes a little bit more challenging. So make sure that if you're giving them a bundle, ask your child, if it's a bigger quantity, beyond 20, ask them to keep it in the bundle and move the objects as they count, because if they don't, they will keep them here and they will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is quite a common thing to do in primary 1, 2 when you're beginning to count objects, okay, groups of objects, especially when they get larger groups. So be very careful with that. Always encourage moving from one side to the other while you're doing that. Okay, so once they've got their number and they've got their quantity that you've asked them to find, or just if they've counted out a quantity, can you look at conservation of number? Now, conservation of number is asking a child to collect a group of items. So I've got 5 blocks here. Now say to them that I'm going to put them in a different manner here. So I'm going to rearrange them. Okay. Can they tell you how many are there now? Yeah, there's still 5. If they say that there's 5, then that is great. They understand, they're able to hold the number. They know you've not taken any away. They know that you've not added any on. And they are conserving, they're holding that, they're imaging that, they're keeping that, storing it up in their head, which is a good indicator that they're ready to move on with their addition and subtraction, because the next strategy they will learn is the count on strategy, where they will use a quantity and they'll keep at that quantity and add on a smaller number. Okay, if you ask how many there are there now and the child needs to go back to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even after this discussion, then it's probably an indicator that they're not ready yet to do the count on strategy. So lots more of this practice would be great, giving them a different number, asking them, how many do I have now? Okay, I have 6. So getting your child to just ask again, put them in a line. How many counters are there now? And again, if they're still having to go back, just keep practicing, just keep reinforcing, explaining there are still 6. We haven't taken any away. We've just moved their position. We've just rearranged them. We've just put them in a different layout. And again, just as much repetition of that as possible. Okay. And again, just reinforce that the number name, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the number name of the last object that's counted. That is the total. Okay, so the number name of the last object that's counted is the total. And again, just keep reinforcing that as you go as well. Okay, we'll do one more example of the conservation of number. So if you give them some more. Okay, ask them, how many do I have? Hopefully they'll be able to see a number pattern there of 4 and 4. You can ask them those questions as well. 4 plus 4 is 8. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or they can count it much quicker and they can do 2, 4, 6, 8 if they can do that as well. So you've established that there is 8 cubes there, building blocks. Can they arrange them in another way? Let's see. You could ask them that. How many is there now? Hopefully they'll be able to tell you 8, which is a good indicator that they are ready to move on with the next strategy in addition and subtraction of count on and count back. Okay, if they're not, again, just keep practicing. Just get them to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. Can we put our 8 in as many different ways as we can? You could get them to put it into a line. Again, there's still 8. Show them again another way. Can they do it this way? How many blocks do we have now? 8. There's still 8 blocks there. We're still working with 8. And you can move them into as many positions as you can to show that conservation of number.